With the release of the extremely disappointing Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact, I think the anime community has finally woken up to the fact that all of the anime games recently coming out are just a disaster. Like, guys, look at this. This game just came out. It's based on the extremely popular IP like Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact. The whole time the game was like releasing, there was hype building up with the character models, with the way it was like more of a traditional fighter again, had all of these different things going on. People were like, yeah, we're gonna play this so much. But now people have actually started working on it. We even see big anime content creators like Slow Players, Afro Century, Ramstyle, Siriax, all talking about it. Afro even said, we're gonna need to talk about anime games soon. Bro, I've been talking about anime games the whole time. I even made a recent video talking about how anime games die super quick, and this is before this game came out. So we should have been talking about anime games the whole time, because anime games have been doing this. They do sell on name, IP, clout alone, so they usually don't have to try, which is why they all end up being like kind of just one and done. And this is even worse when you consider that Sparking Zero was like the most hyped anime game ever of all time. And then it came out and it was a colossal disappointment, like, to everyone. So if you had any faith in an anime game, it was 100% destroyed with Sparking Zero. In fact, I think Sparking Zero has made it worse for anime games coming out now. Bleach, Rebirth of Souls, Hunter x Hunter, maybe even a new My Hero game, All's Justice, might flop just because people hate what happened to anime games. And it's because of Sparking Zero. So Sparking Zero, ironically, Dragon Ball paves the way for anime and media, and when Dragon Ball flops, it destroys that same path for everyone else too. Now, I haven't seen too much from Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact. All I know is that the online connection is really, really bad. It's like worse than Naruto Ninja Storm, or around the same level as like the really old Ninja Storm games. And there is one character specifically in the game who can like two-shot everyone else. And I don't mean two-shot like it's a special mechanic. I mean like you could just walk up to you and hit you twice and you'll just die. You even have Globq here saying, what the F do you think we've been doing? I was gonna say, man, we're not talking loud enough, it seems. I don't think we're talking about it in general. I do think Globq actually does talk about how bad anime games are quite a bit, or, you know, downsides of anime games. But overall, from a community standpoint, people do not talk about how anime games are in just a rough condition. People usually spend, like, okay, here's what I mean about the anime game cycle, right? People will play a new anime game, they'll play it for like a few weeks, they'll go, okay, the game's not very good, it kind of sucks to be honest, and then they'll just move on, right? And then when the next anime game gets announced, Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash, oh, yo, I can't wait to play it. It's a new JJK game. Comes out, everyone goes, it's buns, I'm not going to play this one sucks. And then they go, oh, there's a new game coming out. Hunter x Hunter Nen Impact. Oh, this one's going to be fire, guys, on everyone's soul. We're going to be playing this one for at least 10 decades. And then it's like, oh, this one's bad, you know? Oh, but wait, guys, there's a new anime game coming out. Kagurabachi, The Samurai's Way. Oh, on everyone's soul, we're going to be playing this game. And then it's going to, you know, flop and no one's going to play it. Like, after, like, you know, a week. You see what I mean? Like, I feel like we don't talk enough about anime games, because if we did, we'd all be used to the cycle, but somehow people keep getting trapped in the cycle. I do not get it. I am not sure how people have high, like how do people get high opinions on like Bandai Namco released anime games? I feel like the same people who expect the next Bandai Namco released anime game to not suck, or like, I don't know, they're like Genshin Impact players of like, they keep thinking things are gonna get better, but by brother in Christ, if you just look, you'll notice that they do not get better. Like, everything you ask for in an anime game, whether it be good online connection, or it be like balance or anything, none of the things you ask will ever get added. They just keep making games with more characters, and then they put their hands up and you buy the extra characters with the games, and then they just go, okay, bye, we're not going to do any more, thank you for giving us money, it's too late now. Yeah, you got even people like Slow Play saying anime games are in a really bad position right now, because they are, man. I feel like anime games just have the bare minimum effort put into them. It's usually a bunch of studios that aren't very I don't want to be rude, but they're not very, you know, known for making great games, who keep making anime games. And I think that hurts a lot. I'm not saying that you should like contract like From Software to make a My Hero game. Oh, that sounds like it would be really fun. I think you could contract From Software to make any game, and it sounds like it'd be really fun, actually. From Software made a Gundam Unicorn game. Let me check how that one was received, actually. Okay, so from what I could gather, the From Software Gundam Unicorn game was extremely well received, but it's Japanese exclusive, so it's very hard to find any like in-depth reviews about it. But maybe Bandai Namco actually should be trying to get the anime products on like big game studios that actually, you know, are known for making great games, because that's probably the best bet. Now, one thing I did see a lot in this thread talking about, anime games in general, is that we even actually have Xenoverse 2 appreciation from none other than C-Rex himself. Of course, he actually did play Xenoverse 2 extremely long term, and he's one of the most critical content creators of the game. I would probably say, look, I'm not trying to glaze myself, but I would say I'm probably the most critical content creator of Xenoverse 2 because I played that game like every day. I play that game every day, so I'm extremely critical of Xenoverse 2. And even I have to say Xenoverse 2 did a lot of stuff well compared to, the anime games we're getting now. C-Rex even said here, every anime game that comes out is a flop and is more and more of a reality check of how historic Xenoverse 2's run really was. Love it or hate it, it's the LeBron James of anime games in terms of longevity. It really is. Yeah, you even have Afro here saying, nah, that's facts. That's just true. Xenoverse 2 it was the most clowned game ever of all time, just for people to see other anime games and go, wait, maybe Xenoverse 2 was the GOAT. I think this is also a pretty good point. People who hate Xenoverse 2 don't actually 100% hate it, because most of the time they are asking for a sequel, and that's true. I feel like amongst content creators, we've just come to accept that Xenoverse 2 obviously was a lot better than it was before. But even amongst like the I guess non-content creators, people who just play games casually, people would like a sequel to Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse 2 has a lot of interesting stuff. If you just give us the same game with like better graphics, more gameplay mechanics, more forms, more moves, etc., right? It would be great. It would be great. People would love that a lot. I think that's what people expect bare minimum from Xenoverse 3. It'd be really hard for Xenoverse 3 to do a Nen Impact, where the game is just a mess. It'd be hard to do a Sparking Zero where the game has no content if it just follows the exact same strategies Xenoverse 1 and Xenoverse 2 did. Xenoverse 3 is a game that would work. Before, it's an idea I clowned on a lot, but after seeing a bunch of other anime games come out, we have to accept that Xenoverse 2 is actually crazy. Now, I do think a strong part that... What the hell? Now, I do think a strong part of what makes Xenoverse 2 like such a relevant game is the CACs. I think Xenoverse 2 having custom characters does help the game out a lot. It's why after Xenoverse 2 came out, I recommend that almost every anime game literally should just have CACs. Like, I'm very glad Naruto had the right idea, because Naruto Ninja Storm is a game that gets played quite a bit. Not Ninja Storm. Ninja Storm gets played a bit. Storm Chronicles does not. But Shinobi Strikers is a game that has a pretty, I wouldn't say popular or huge fan base or anything, but the fan base is there. The game gets updated very frequently. It's insane how many updates Shinobi Strikers does get. And I think this universe formula actually does work best for anime games. Because what's the thing that most people can imagine with their most favorite anime? Oh, I wonder if I was in an anime, what would I do? Well, there you go. You have a game that puts you in the anime. Make your own character. Make his own moves based on other moves in the game and stuff. Some even have new original moves. And then go into that world and do what you've always wanted to do as a kid, If you make a My Hero game with custom characters, people will love it. If you make a JJK game with custom characters, people will love it. I think it's really easy to just do a Xenoverse on all media and have it work well. Now, the issue is obviously, again, how fun is the core game? You can't just do custom characters and then assume it's going to sell the game. But custom characters are a big aspect as to why I think Xenoverse 2 is still relevant. Xenoverse 2 was a regular Dragon Ball game where you just had the avatar run around the world, and then you swapped to original characters when you did 1v1 fights, or parallel quests, or raids, or expo missions. I think the game would already be dead. But when I say dead, I mean no more DLC, no more support, no more content. I think custom characters do go a long way when it comes to the enjoyment of these games. And we actually do have one more from Rhymestyle here. He says, I don't know who needs to hear this, but Xenoverse 2 might be the best anime game of all time. It had content on content on content, infinite ways to play, CACs, etc. Was it perfect? Hell no, but there's a reason why almost 10 years later, it's still being played and updated. Mic drop. And that's extremely true. Again, Xenoverse 2, I've always clowned on it forever. I've been clowning on the game. Even when Sparking Zero was releasing, I was still clowning on the game. But I'm ready to admit when I'm wrong. Xenoverse 2 really did have it going on. We were just blind because we were being fed so damn well. What is it? It's like the glutton is choking on their food. We were being fed so damn well. We were complaining about not having even more to eat. Because maybe I'm just, maybe I'm now just glazing mediocrity. You could say that, because what we're getting now is actual raw ass. So glazing mediocrity has become the norm, because raw ass is what we're being given now. You could say that, but I would rather glaze mediocrity than try to defend raw ass. How about that? So yeah, it does suck to see the position anime games are in, and I'm not sure if my idea of giving anime games to studios that actually, work would work. Again, From Software made a Gundam game. It seems like Japan loved it, although Gundam is very, very loved in Japan. I'm not sure for Gundam and it would still love it. I'm not sure. But Gundam is very, 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 very loved in Japan, and that might explain why the game was Japanese exclusive, because they had a feeling probably wouldn't do so well in the Western fan base, and that's completely fair. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm very curious. What do you guys think about anime games in general? Do you think anime games should finally leave their small-time studios and actually, get on some big studios so that way they can have more budget, more time, more effort put into them? That way they can, live longer and do more? Or do you think that anime games maybe just need a slight tweaking with these small-time studios and they'll make it? Because I'm not so sure. It looks pretty bleak. Again, if you have the big content creators finally going, okay, look, no more hype reactions, right? We're going to just get real. We're going to get serious. I think that says a lot. So that's a great place to end it. I do hope you guys will enjoy it. And if you didn't, obviously, again, please leave a like in the video. Don't forget to subscribe, it greatly supports the channel. And leave a comment down below as to what you'd like to all see next. I do love you all. I hope you all enjoyed. And that will be it. Take care and peace, homies.